A guy walks into a bar. I yell at him, "Potato skin bonjour." That's it, that's the punchline. Thanks everybody for coming out. You guys have been fun. Bye. Sorry, that's not the punchline yet. I don't know, I'm just here to cover the diversity requirement from the BC government. I grew up in China. When I was little, my teacher asked us what our dreams are. And the kids are like, I want to be a doctor. I want to be an astronaut. I want to see a nude beach. And the teacher sent me home that day. I can't forget what my dad said to me that night. We're Chinese. It's a shame to expose yourself in the public. There's no such thing as nude beach in China. You're my daughter. Dream big. Study English. Go to foreign countries. Find the biggest nude beach. Fulfill your dream. Here I am. So after years of researching, studying, I finally found the Toronto Island. If anybody have been there. So I was standing in front of a sign that says, you are entering a clothing optional area. My heart is pounding. My eyes is full of the tears of joy. I'm going to see a bunch of naked Canadians. Childhood dream! So to be able to go to the beach, I had to squeeze myself through a bush that hasn't been trimmed in years. It's a true story. If you ever go to Toronto Island, find that bush. So I was on the beach. I look around. Am I in the wrong section? Am I in the section clothing optional 70 plus? Because all the bodies on the beach remind me of my 爷爷and 奶奶, grandpa and grandma, which is nice. We Chinese respect the elderly. We consider them the wisdom of the society. But I wasn't looking for any wisdom on a new beach. Right? Where are my six packs and where am I David? By the way, David is Michelangelo's David. That's the only naked foreign man my parents allowed me to see. That's all my imagination about naked Canadians. So I was wondering, like, maybe there's Gen Z section nearby. That's when I heard this gentle and polite voice. Excuse me. And I turned. I see this big pink body standing in front of me. I can't remember his face. All my memory about him is pink. Some part is even pinker. I was like, who is this guy? Is he some kind of nude beach police? Is there a bylaw that you can't just watch with your clothes on? Oh my God, I'm getting arrested in Canada for being not naked. And this guy started talking. Would you mind put some oil on my back? It's a true story. The time just stopped there. In my mind, I went through all the English textbooks I studied, all the dialogue exercises after every chapter. Like CBC News, podcasts and movies. No, nothing can help me to answer his question. How are you? Fine, thank you. And you? She sells seashells on the seashore. I learned nothing about rubbing oil on a pink grandpa on a nude beach. So I was just staring at him at the pinkest part. I don't know, like, come on, Scarlett, you've been preparing for this moment, say something. And he's like, are you okay, dear? Potato skin bonjour? No, that's still not the punchline. So I moved to Canada 3 years ago. I didn't bring the COVID. I forgot to catch it before I left China. The reason I moved here because I met a sweet Canadian in China. After years we lived in Beijing, we decided it is my turn to experience some racism. Right? Are you are you one of us or one of them? Anyway, yes, which I did. People here already feel guilty. So my opinion, just in case you don't have any personal experience of racism, it's okay, you're white and it's not your fault. My opinion, experiencing racism is like, you guys here just think about COVID. Experiencing racism is like getting COVID. Like at first, you agree with me. At first you heard about it. You heard people talking about it. You read on Twitter about it. And it's horrible, it's hurting people. And you start having fear that it might happen to you one day. And you're being cautious in the public, like even talking to a stranger. But time goes by. It still hasn't happened to you yet. You start wondering, does racism really exist or it's just conspiracy theory? And then your friends have it. They post it online, hashtag stop the hate. You say, oh, I'm sorry. But deep down, you feel being left out. You want it. You really want it bad. But you feel like, what if I can't make it? I'm weak. I would just have a mild one. Somebody insult me mildly, please. Then we all get it, and we have herd immunity for racism. Which is wonderful, that's my plan. So the other day I was on the street looking for racism. Yeah, and some guy drove by yelling, Ching Chong konnichiwa, and disappeared. They all like really, fast disappeared. My husband was like, that's racist. I was like, what? Is that racist? You guys have seen the sloth in Zootopia? Yes. Oh my God! Racism really exists. And I got the best one. Asymptomatic. I didn't feel a thing. Now I'm gonna post online, I'm gonna hashtag stop. Wait, what did he say? Ching Chong konnichiwa. Ching Chong konnichiwa. Green onions and Japanese hello? How is that an insult? It's like a guy walks into a bar, I yell at him, potato skin bonjour!